Welcome to Know His Love Stories, where we listen to the voice of the Father through His children. This week we bring you a story from the street. In the summer of 2021, the Know His Love team attended our first live event, sharing the power, accessibility, and beauty of the personal love of God, as well as listening to men and women share their own experiences of His love. This is one of those stories. Today we bring you a story from Kyle McKenna. He's originally from Maryland and has lived all over the country. Ultimately, he settled with him and his family in Steubenville, Ohio, where he teaches biology at Franciscan University of Steubenville. This is a Know His Love story.
I think that would have been as a young man in my late teens, early 20s, where I only saw myself. I had no need for God. Not that I wasn't a faithful Catholic, but the focus was so much on how I could do things in my own individual interests that I didn't feel that there was a need for God at that time in my life. And so you asked how I felt during that time. Selfish, self-centered. It's just all about what I needed to do, what I wanted, but never tapping into what God wanted for my life. I can remember a clear time in my life where I just didn't know what to do, what direction to go, and I looked and said, can I pray about that? Can I actually ask for help? Not rely entirely on myself, but actually ask for the help of God. And then opportunities presented themselves that I could not discount, would not have come from myself. And I began to see that my prayers were answered, but more so that the opportunities that presented themselves were not ever what I would have personally chosen, that they were truly something that I began to appreciate how God saw me, not how I saw myself. And that's when I began to see so many moments from that point forward of God presenting me with things that allowed me to be the person that He created me to be and to live the life that He wanted me to live. It means I'm thankful, number one, because I have someone that is caring for me unconditionally, that was caring for me from the day I was baptized, from the day I was conceived. He made me and always had a plan for me. And so I have now this comfort and confidence that now I just have to continue with the plan, tap into the plan for my life that He already knows is good for me and will provide for me so that I will prosper. And so the anxiety is gone, Father. I can follow the path even when it's challenging. And in certain regards, I fear not of death and suffering any longer, because the faith that I now have that there's always been a promise of more. So I have no worry, because whatever is happening is my God is with me. It's in the gift of my wife, it's in the gift of my children, it's a gift of my job, it's in the gift of this relationship that we're having right now. It's everything, Father. I just sit there in the moments of joy, the moments of satisfaction after great struggle, the moments of suffering and sadness, knowing that God provided all those for me. That's the times that I feel Him most. It's strange, as I was either talking to you or I was talking to your brother about how close I felt to God in the saddest of moments, in the death of my brother, and how He was truly present in the room, Father. Truly present. You could touch it. And it was, and it's interesting that at a moment like that you could feel God, and it certainly did. I would tell them just to trust and to realize that out there is someone that will never give up on you, that will walk alongside you in the worst of situations, will never abandon you. It doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to be perfect, but it does. You do have someone that will always be with you through thick and thin, just like the father that you had always dreamed of or had. In my case, that's someone that never will give up with you, will always walk by your side. Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Kyle's story. I would love to share your story as well. Please connect with us on social media or by clicking on the Join Us link at knowHis.love.